Okay, people, we've got a CrazyBall plane. This one was the actual one that was at the E-Fest in Champaign, Illinois. So I know it flies. So here we go. We're going to go through showing you that this thing is set up properly. This is a $29 radio from Hobby King, okay, with the receiver that's in here. So, and I'm not using the separate plug-in antenna. I'm just using it. I've never needed it. It's I had full control out of sight and don't need it. So, we're going to show you that this is just an Elevon setup. There's right elevon or right aileron, left aileron, up elevator, down elevator. There's no unusual mixes going on this plane. This is the rudder. Well, there's the throttle too, but here's the rudder. That's all I'm using. And actually to steer it, I only need that much to steer this plane. That's important. If you want to make it where full control is about right here, you're welcome to do so. I kind of like it a little more spirited, so you only need that much to steer this plane in a basic manner. Elevator, I'm never going to touch this elevator through the flight unless I'm getting an emergency situation or whatever. I don't think I need to, but you'll see. I'm not touching it. This plane balances. You can hold it right here, and you see it holding it level. It's right at the back of that shroud. That's perfect. Okay, don't get in trying to figure out if these balance any different. You don't need to. If you notice the trim on the rudders, they're all zeroed. That's important. All zeroed. You don't need anything. Don't need to trim anything into it other than that. This plane will fly itself on those settings. I'll show it to you. I'll prove it right here. Half throttle is where we're going to fly it. Right here. There you go. The plane flies itself. I did nothing to it. It will continue flying itself until you tell it to do something. Okay, I'm going to ease the throttle back just a little, and I'm going to start giving it just a little bit of turn. That's it. That was just an 1/8 of an inch on this stick, but I've got it set up sensitive.
I've lost the plane.
You lost it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to keep it more on it?
Yeah. Well, just kind of both of them there. Okay. I'm just reducing the throttle to let it come down. And as you see, I got it in a gentle left-hand turn. I'm going to add just a little throttle, no elevator. All I'm doing is just steering it around like herding a cow with a 2x4 stick. You just ease it around like that. It flies itself, folks. This is true rudder only flight. I didn't do that. That was just a little buffet. I'm adding a little throttle so I don't get into the ground. We don't have any ground dissections here on this one. It flies itself. Whatever altitude you want, I just like to kind of keep it close by. If you want to make it go up, add just a little throttle. It'll nose up. Still, no elevator. This is true rudder only flight. Kind of like the old timers had when they didn't have any elaborate radios. You do nothing but just steer it around the sky. And we got the chimney swifts out this morning. Okay. Now I'm going to tighten the turn just a little bit and add just a little throttle. You know what throttle does, it makes it go up. So you can use the throttle to tighten the turn. Add a little throttle right here and it will just do a little circle. That's all it's for. Alright, I'm going to cut the throttle so it don't climb out of sight. Okay, the same thing with the right turn. Add a little throttle and it'll stay right in that turn. I never touched the elevator at all. Remember, the controls are zeroed here. Okay, if you want it to come down, you just ease the throttle down just a little bit. I just give it just a little less throttle, not much, just a click or two, and it comes down. No elevator. I'm going to turn it to the left a little. I've still not used the elevator. Alright, when I add throttle, watch it go up. It goes up. There's where you might want to pull more power on it and do a spin if you want to, but we'll do that later. Okay. Coming back, I'm going to cut the throttle almost off. Well, it is off. I just added throttle. I never touched the elevator. That's it. No elevator on this deal. I could probably do this whole flight and never touch that elevator. Alright, now I'm going to show you something else. It's kind of odd about this plane, but it's nice. I'm going to show you what happens when you use the ailerons. Here is left aileron. It leans to the left but yaws to the right. See? That's not good for trying to fly this plane. That's backwards, kind of like an old high-wing Cub that somebody forgot to put the differential in the ailerons. So, and we'll do the same thing. We'll do it to the left. It just leans to the right. Kind of sick looking, but that's the way these Cubs look if you don't use a rudder. So this is a rudder plane. You fly it with the rudder. This is what happens when you try high speed. It goes straight up, which, folks, is an emergency maneuver with this plane. Try doing that with a regular airplane. It goes straight into the ground. Okay, emergency. Bail out. We're going full throttle. It goes straight up. Okay, so that'll get you out of trouble. But you remember now, it's going straight up. It won't take long to get out of sight. So to fly this thing, you just fly it around with the rudder. Nothing to it. And if you want to change, tighten the turn, add a little throttle and turn it. It'll just corkscrew like that. Still, no elevator. We're not using the elevator at all. And you get in trouble, release control. All right, here's a barrel. Let go. Here you go. This takes care of itself. So you don't ever have to worry about flying this plane or which side's down. Look here. I'm going to corkscrew it down and release the control. There you go. I wouldn't worry about which side's up. It takes care of itself. So really, you could fly a completely white airplane with no decals, no nothing, and never have a thought as to which way is up on this plane. And I'm going to bring it in, show you. Don't need anything else but the rudder. All right, little throttle right here. That's it. Nothing to it. Now, verify something. Mr. Photographer, touch that motor.
Not even warm.
Okay. Touch that battery.
Not even warm.
Okay. With the very components we just described, you don't need anything else. This plane will fly itself. Now, if you want to get hairy with it, here we go. Remember, we're just using Elevons. We're not using any special mixes here. That's done with a little bit of up elevator and a little left aileron, or all left aileron.